The rug has been pulled out from under the feet of over 600,000 Venezuelans living in the United States. Their temporary protection from deportation, a lifeline offered during their homeland's turmoil, has been abruptly revoked. The decision has plunged this community into a state of fear and uncertainty, leaving many wondering about their fate in a country they now call home. These individuals, who fled economic collapse and political instability in Venezuela, now face the daunting prospect of returning to the very hardships they escaped. The decision has ignited a firestorm of controversy, with human rights groups and lawmakers condemning the move as both inhumane and logistically impractical. The revocation of temporary protected status, or TPS, is a stark reminder of the precarious situation faced by millions of migrants seeking refuge in the United States. It highlights the complexities of immigration policy, often caught between political agendas and humanitarian crises. For many Venezuelans, the American dream, once a beacon of hope, now feels like a distant promise. Their struggle underscores the urgent need for comprehensive immigration reform that addresses the root causes of displacement while providing a pathway to stability and security for those seeking a better life. Temporary Protected Status, known as TPS, is a program that has provided a safety net for individuals unable to return to their home countries due to ongoing armed conflict, environmental disaster, or other extraordinary conditions. Enacted in 1990, TPS is not a pathway to citizenship but a temporary reprieve from deportation, granting work authorization and allowing individuals to live and work in the U.S. legally. The program is designed to offer humanitarian relief, acknowledging that certain circumstances make it unsafe for individuals to return to their home countries. Eligibility for TPS is determined by the U.S. government based on specific country conditions. The Secretary of Homeland Security designates countries for TPS on a case-by-case basis, considering factors like ongoing armed conflict, environmental disasters, or other temporary but extraordinary conditions. While TPS offers temporary protection, its renewal is not automatic. The designation must be renewed periodically, typically for 6-month intervals, by the Secretary of Homeland Security. This renewal process is subject to review, considering whether the conditions that initially warranted TPS designation still exist. The impact of the TPS revocation on the Venezuelan community in the U.S. is profound and far-reaching. Many have established roots in the U.S., building lives, families, and careers over the years. They have become integral members of American society, contributing to their communities and the economy. The sudden loss of TPS throws their lives into disarray, creating immense anxiety and fear about the future. One of the most immediate and devastating consequences of the revocation is the loss of work authorization. Many Venezuelans rely on TPS to legally work in the U.S., supporting themselves and their families. Losing their ability to work legally plunges them into financial uncertainty, jeopardizing their livelihoods and putting them at risk of losing their homes. Beyond the economic hardship, the revocation takes a toll on mental and emotional well-being. The constant fear of detention and deportation creates immense stress, impacting families and communities. Children especially bear the brunt of this uncertainty, their sense of security and stability shaken. The revocation of TPS for Venezuelans has sparked outrage and legal action. Advocacy groups argue that the decision violates the program's intent and fails to consider the ongoing humanitarian and political crisis in Venezuela. Lawsuits have been filed, challenging the legality of the revocation and seeking to protect the rights of TPS holders. These legal battles are expected to be lengthy and complex, with the fate of hundreds of thousands hanging in the balance. The outcome of these legal challenges will have significant implications, not just for Venezuelans, but for the future of TPS and U.S. immigration policy. A decision upholding the revocation could set a precedent, making it easier for future administrations to dismantle protections for other TPS holders. Conversely, a ruling in favor of the Venezuelan community could reaffirm the program's humanitarian purpose and provide a much-needed victory for immigrant rights advocates. The fight over TPS for Venezuelans is not just about one nationality, but a test of America's commitment to providing refuge and upholding the rights of vulnerable populations seeking safety and a better life on its shores. Stay informed on this critical issue and more by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to never miss an update.